Hi everyone, Thijs from Dealfront here, and today I want to talk to you about your Total Addressable Market, or TAM short. Why is it important and why do you need to have it fully figured out? If you want to run any go-to-market strategy, you need to know who your market is. Your TAM is every company you could potentially serve, any business that is a good fit for what you offer as a company. Let's use an example and go through Dealfront Target to bring this to life. Let's say you're a security training provider focused on manufacturing companies within the DACH and Benelux region with a target of companies that have over 100 and more employees. So if we dive into Target, we can easily add those firmographic data to drill down to those specific companies. As you see, within Target, I've already selected the 3 most important filters for this specific example. The first one was location, making sure that we have the DACH and the Benelux region selected. Secondly, I was talking about the fact that for this specific example and exercise, we need at minimum 100 plus employees, because that is seen as linked to having higher security needs. Perfect. And as a last one, I was talking about the manufacturing industry. I've chosen to use NACE codes for this example because within Europe, more specifically, NACE codes can go into very specific depth of industry potential. You can of course always still use the general industry filters that you may or may not know already through, for example, LinkedIn and others, but NACE codes are a bit more deeply, more specific and are linked to the registered codes that they have done within the company. As you can see, I've already pre-selected different ones, but you can kind of easily find the ones you would need depending on your needs. If I would, for example, go and find manufacturer, you could see different kind of codes pop up, and some of them I've already pre-selected. This is basically how I easily go from the whole, for example, world to then specifically the location that I want, specifically the size of company I want, specifically the vertical I want to have. Once the filters are in place, you can see we have about 19,000 companies that we can play around with. In this specific example, that would be your TAM. Of course, you can't go after all those 19,000 companies all at once. That's why advanced segmentation comes in. Breaking down your TAM into smaller, more focused groups, that's what is important.